All right.
Hello.
So, yes.
We're going to tell you about the Slishman pressure app. Some are orange and some are black. So, the backstory of this is that my dad, when he saw pressure apps, when he saw different tourniquets, he did not like the kind, so he decided to invent the pressure app. And it's been working pretty well. Yesterday I bumped my head when I was on a swing, and he wrapped it around my head, and it worked.
Yeah, you're still alive, right?
Yes.
Yeah, good. What about you? Did you want to tell your story too?
Yeah, so the pressure app is good on your leg or your arm.
It's good on your leg or any part of your body that's bleeding.
And we are going to show you how it can work on your head or your arm.
The head and your arm, Max.
Yeah.
All right. And I'll tell my story too. So the backstory of all this, I have had bleeding control devices in my head for more than 15 years now. And initially I was aiming at building a tourniquet, but then it evolved. Now I just want to help the untrained public to stop any type of bleeding. So whether it's arterial or venous, I don't want them to have to decide. You apply direct pressure. And since unveiling this, since bringing this out into the world, I've made the discovery that it has way more uses than just for bleeding control. It seems as if I use this at least one. Where are you going? We use this almost weekly and sometimes daily because these guys bounce around a lot. They hit their heads, they get scrapes.
Yeah, usually usually we wrap our heads with it.
So I'm going to show you how to wrap somebody's head with it.
Only once I had to do the arm. When I wasn't bouncing in my trampoline, I was bouncing, but then my arm got caught under my dad's butt, so then it got hurt there. So my dad used this sling that this can do. Yep. This has a lot of uses.
Uses, that's right. So
a lot of uses.
I'm going to show you how to put this on somebody's head. Here, all right. So it has a cinch sleeve here, this red cinch sleeve.
Yes, so it doesn't have in here.
This tight, cinch it down, and then I just wrap. And so if they have a little hematoma forming, a little direct pressure over that hematoma makes it smaller. And it seems like kids really get a lot of pain relief from it too. Maybe it's psychological or actual, but that's pretty good. What do you think about that? Yeah. And now let's show how this works on your arm.
Your arm.
On your arm. So again, just comes out of the case looking like this. There's a loop here.
Also, you could just use your shirt, but the Slishman pressure app's way better than a shirt.
Yeah. And
because you'll have to use a safety pin to do it on a shirt.
I can make a wide wrap or a narrow wrap, a loose one or a tight one. And medically, what's great is once bleeding has stopped, I can really control the removal of it too, so I can back it off slowly. And another wonderful thing is that this
can be used
fits on animals too. So if you have dogs or cats that have bleeding problems, just direct pressure is pretty helpful.
We also got another video on how there's a dog that we put it on. It was brown.
That's right. We put it on a brown dog. There have been a lot of other ways that I've used this before too. Wait a second. What are you about to do? Okay. All right. What do you want to do?
So there's a picture of me on here. See, that's the
Slishman pressure app. And lots more pictures.
Mom,
wait.
those
All pictures of yours. All pictures of you.
Are you guys done? Seems like you're done.
Basically, that is what the Slishman pressure wrap can do.
Wait, we've used it to walk dogs. You can use this as a leash. I have used it as a surf leash.
Oh,
remember? You can use it as a sling. So you wrap it over the arms and you can hold it as a sling. You can use it as a swath. So if you just grab this part and then the bottom of your arm is still okay. You can wrap a sore knee. You can wrap a sore ankle with it.
Yeah. Oh, and also, once when we were on a trip to the snow, there were always these weak points on our wrists.
That's right. The area
where the snow can go through. And my dad and I did not really care that much, but my brother, he cared a lot about it. And so my dad had two pressure wraps. So he put it over the clothing so that it would
clothes, over the gloves.
Yeah.
And so that little weak spot where snow gets in couldn't get in anymore.
Yes.
So it turns out the pressure wrap has a lot more uses than just for bleeding control.
Yes.
Right, boys?
Yeah, but
you could use it like a surfing leash or something. My dad usually uses it as a surfing leash.
Yeah. You trying to pick my moles again?
Oh.
what do we do?
We'll see.